let's proceed to the second step, which is, let's start with the first one, which is different types of sewing machine. Like I said, we have different types of sewing machine. So one of these sewing machine is what we call the manual thread sewing machine. Now, the one you are seeing in front of you is the one we call the what? Manual thread sewing machine. Do you understand? Now, why is it called manual? It's called manual because when you are operating it, you operate it manually. There is no electric here. There is no motor. Do you understand? So now, remember I said it's called manual thread sewing machine. Okay, I've told you the reason why it's called manual in the first place, because you operate it manually. Then secondly, why is it called a thread sewing machine? Remember, I did not just call manual sewing machine. Do you understand? It's obviously a manual sewing machine, but I specifically mentioned manual thread sewing machine. Why? Because whenever you are stitching with this particular machine, now let me show you guys something. You guys must have seen so many types of machines that can give you different types of designs. Do you understand? Sometimes the needle will be going this way, do you understand? It will be moving in different directions in order to give you a particular design on your dress. Do you understand? Why this particular one? Look at it. Look at it. There is no extra movement. It just goes straight. Are you seeing it? Look at it. It gives you a straight stitch. That is why it's called a manual thread sewing machine. And in today's class, this is the machine we are going to be focusing on. Do you understand? This is the machine I'm going to be using to teach you guys how to pedal a machine. I'm going to teach you guys the different parts of this particular machine, and there's still something else I'm going to do maybe in another class. This is more like an extra. I'm also going to teach you guys how to work with an industrial sewing machine, but just note that the primary machine we are going to be using for this introductory class is a manual thread sewing machine. Do you guys understand? So I've given you guys one type of sewing machine, and we have other types of sewing machine, which I'm going to be showing you guys now physically. That's so I want you guys to make sure you relax. You are going to enjoy this particular class. Thanks so much. God bless you. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have a particular machine here. Are you seeing it? This is actually a sewing machine. Yeah, you can actually call it a sewing machine, but it's just a different type of sewing machine. But this one is not a thread sewing machine. Do you understand? This one is used for a particular purpose. And what is the purpose? It's called an overlocking machine, or you can call it a weaving machine. We use it to overlock in order to make our dress come out very, very neat. Do you understand? What I mean by weaving is not everybody probably that might use the word weaving. Is also called overlocking. So example of overlocking is this. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? This is example of overlocking. You can see overlocking right here. Are you seeing it? The black thread. Are you seeing it? It makes our work very, very neat. So this is the machine we use for it. Are you seeing it? And this particular machine is costlier than the straight manual sewing machine. Yes, this particular machine in Nigeria is, should I say, is ₦500,000 naira right now. Do you understand? In dollars, probably it should be like 300, or more dollars. Do you understand? So this particular machine, as you can see, works with 3 or more threads at the same time. Look at it. In order to achieve this particular thing you are seeing here, are you seeing it? So it works with 3 or more threads at the same time. So now look at it. Some machines, some of these overlocking machines works with 3 threads, while some of them works with 4 or even 5 threads. Those ones that works with 4 or 5 threads are mostly those ones that you can use it to overlock and at the same time use it to sew. We mostly use them to make polos and other ready-to-wear dresses. You guys should understand what I'm actually saying right now. Do you understand? So this is the overlocking sewing machine. Do you guys understand? So I'm going to be showing you guys other types of sewing machines. Yes, so as you guys can see, we have another type of sewing machine here. Yes, I know you guys are seeing it from the back part of the back view of the sewing machine. Yes, I'm also going to try to find a way to show you guys the front part of this particular sewing machine. So this one is also a sewing machine, just like the manual straight sewing machine. It just literally does the same function, but this is an industrial sewing machine, and it is electric. What do I mean by electric? It works with electric. It has a motor, or let's call it a clutch, that enables to rotate this particular side. Do you understand? So I'm going to be showing you different parts of this particular machine for you to see. I'm not going to be wasting much of our time. So if you look at the down part here, you can see the one I call the motor or the clutch. Do you understand? So it is connected. Are you seeing it? It is connected to this wheel here. Are you seeing it? Which enables the machine to rotate and sew. Are you seeing it here? Yes, this is an electric. So it's actually, if you ask me the advantages of this electric industrial sewing machine compared to the manual thread sewing machine, I can literally tell you that this particular machine you are seeing here goes faster than the manual sewing machine, because manual sewing machine, in order for you to work with it or to make it to go faster, you have to work harder because it's your leg that is actually pedaling it. Do you guys understand? Okay, So guys, as you can see, here is the front part of this sewing machine. Are you seeing it? Here is the front part of this sewing machine. So this side is used, we use it to, you know, set the stitch length and the rest. Do you understand? So these are the parts. I'm not going to be teaching you about this particular machine at this moment. I just want to show you this particular kind of machine so that you'll be aware of it. So in a situation whereby you progress, you're working with your manual machine, and you later want to become a professional and you have money, you have enough money, please go ahead and buy this particular machine, because it will ease your work, it will make your work go very, very faster, and it will give you extra confidence. Yes, that is the second advantage, to give you extra confidence whenever you're working. And the third advantage is that whenever a customer comes to your office, they tend to value you higher whenever they see this machine, because this particular machine you're seeing here is about, like, let's say $200 or more. Do you understand? Then in naira you can say it's about 350,000 or even up to 400,000 naira. Okay guys, so this is another machine, as you guys can see. So look at this machine. This is an email product. Please, I want you guys to know the last machine I just showed you guys, the industrial sewing machine, is also an email product, and I want you to know that we have different like products. Do you understand? I mean, different companies makes this machine. So we have email company, which is very, very popular in Nigeria. Do you understand? And we also have Juki, we have Brother, we also have it in Nigeria though. We have Bright, you know, we have different types of products. So this particular machine we are seeing here has its own purpose. The major purpose of this particular machine, we use it to do embroidery. Do you understand? We use it for what? Embroidery. This, I'm not talking about the automatic embroidery, which is mostly called the monogramming. I'm talking about that embroidering that we do. You see someone controlling it, and at the end of the day, you get a perfect work, or probably graphical work on a dress. Do you understand? So this is the machine for it, and this machine is just like the industrial stretch sewing machine. So let me tell you guys something. This particular machine can actually give you a stretch sewing. Do you understand? It will also be used for embroidery. You can even use it for a buttonhole. Do you understand? To do a buttonhole on a dress. So you can actually use it for different designs of stitches. Do you understand? But the major work of this, which we mostly use it in Nigeria, is for embroidery. Do you understand? To make designs, to make graphical designs on dresses using threads. Do you understand? That is mostly what we use this particular machine for. So thanks, and may God bless you. So guys, look at this particular one, just like the one I just showed you guys that we usually use in doing embroidery. So this particular one is also a normal type of machine. You can actually convert it to be electrical. As you can see, there is a motor at the back, and you can also, you know, convert it to be manual. Do you understand? You can actually put a rope here, then down the pulley, and you'll be working with it as a manual machine. You can pedal it. Do you understand? You can also use the electric motor at the back and fix it here so that it can rotate on it, so whenever you press the electric pedal. Do you understand? Okay, so we can actually use this particular machine to do a normal stitching, just like your manual stretch sewing machine. Do you understand? Like I said on the other machine that we use for embroidery, you can also use this one to do a buttonhole. Do you understand? You can also use this one to do some zigzag design. So if you look at this particular place very well, you notice there are different types of stitches. So if you need a stretch stitch, just keep it here. If you need this particular one, are you seeing zigzag stitch? So this one is to widen the zigzag stitch. So this is more like a zigzag machine, stitch machine. Do you understand? But you can actually use it as a stretch sewing machine. So looking at this particular place, this particular machine is used by my students as just a normal stretch sewing machine. So these are the different types of sewing machine. Please, we have other types of sewing machine, but these are the ones we have to, you know, at least I've tried to help you guys to know these particular machines here. Do you understand? So thanks, and may God bless you. Let's move over to the next chapter or the next module of our course.